Well, the calls for justice continue in the wake of Jordan Neely's death, the homeless man who died after being put in a chokehold on the subway. Today, civil rights leaders spoke out and protesters took to the streets, demanding the man who put him in that chokehold be charged. Pix Lemon's Amy Yancey is live at the Broadway Lafayette station with the very latest on this. Amy.
Hi there, Kaidi. Good evening to you. So many questions and emotions running high, especially because so much of this incident was captured on video. People are asking, why has anyone not been arrested yet? His family told Pix 11 he suffered from mental illness.
Jordan wanted food. He wanted something to drink. He was famished. And the response to his call for help was death.
This man had a mental issue. And the way you handle that is not to put him in a chokehold and squeeze the life out of him. A mental issue on a train is not to be sentenced with death.
Reverend Al Sharpton.
Is Jordan Neely just looking for food and water? Well, he might have been, but he chose a hell of a way to ask for it. To threaten other people, to come onto a subway and say, and threaten people and say that you don't care if you die, that's a hell of a way to ask. And again, man, if you ask that way, if that's the way you ask, then you're doing it wrong. You are doing it wrong. And I'm sorry if the guy had some kind of a mental breakdown. I'm sure he did. Because again, man, who in the hell in their right mind would do that? But the fact of the matter is, they acted appropriately. They were defending themselves and everyone else on the train. So for Al Sharpton to sit there and say, oh, well, why weren't they arrested? Why aren't charges being filed against them? Why? Because the police, man, they interviewed him. They got there, they interviewed him, and they realized he didn't do anything wrong. They were defending themselves and the other passengers on the train. And the guy unfortunately passed away. He died. Again, when you're involved with the situation like that, it's hard to look at every little thing you're doing and say, you know what? Am I squeezing a little bit too tight? Is the guy, again, he thought the guy was going to be okay. He thought the guy was going to be okay. He didn't think, I'm killing that guy. Again, the guy was fighting back for the most part, according to witnesses. So again, he did not believe he was killing that guy, and neither did anyone else. The guy unfortunately passed away. That happens. And again, man, there was one way this could have been stopped. By Jordan Neely. He could have stopped it. He could have stopped it by not getting on the train and threatening people and saying that he didn't care if he died and he didn't care if he killed anyone else. That is the only way this would have stopped. Again, man, but you're going to blame the guys that stepped in and subdued him. You're going to blame them. Instead of sitting there saying, you know what? It's unfortunate the guy died, but he got onto a train and threatened people. I mean, what kind of jackass, stupid ass people think that way? I mean, seriously. Again, these protesters, these little pansy protesters out there, they're saying, poor Jordan Neely and whatever. Again, man, I hate the guy died, but the fact of the matter is, no, man, he did something wrong. He threatened other people. And other people, man, they shouldn't have sat down and said, are you having a mental health crisis? What can we do to make you feel better? That's not their job. That's not their job. Again, man, they have no idea. They have no idea. And again, it shouldn't matter anyways, man. Again, do I care if somebody is having a mental health crisis when they break into my house? No, I don't care. I don't give two shits about that. And neither should these guys or anyone else on that train. Again, we're not saying that Mr. Neely should have died. But what we're saying is things failed him. The system failed him, and he failed himself. He failed himself. Again, man, the only person that's responsible for you is you. And again, man, I understand there's all these different medications and whatever that he was supposed to be taking. And again, man, you're going to blame the guys that subdued him when he was threatening other people. What kind of foolishness is that? And Al Sharpton, man, he's up here trying to convince you that evil, which is what Jordan Neely was trying to do, or threatening to do, the evil is good, and good that these guys, man, that stopped him, is evil. He's trying to convince you of that. And again, man, people like Al Sharpton, that's all they do. That's all they've ever done.
Who can't even say, do not choke a man to death on the train. We have leaders who can't even say, we do not want vigilantism in this city.
They were defending themselves, and they were defending the other people on that train. That is not vigilantism. That's self-defense. And there's a huge difference. Again, what is bordering on vigilantism is what you're doing. You know, standing up there calling for the arrest of someone who didn't do anything wrong. That is vigilantism, or bordering vigilantism.
Homelessness, raising rent, poverty is a crime. Or it's a crime in the eyes of our mayor, our governor, cops. Enough's enough. Stop killing black people. Stop criminalizing poverty. Do something about it.
Now, in a statement released by his attorney, Daniel Penny said he never intended to harm Mr. Neely and, quote, could not have foreseen his untimely death. The DA's office is reviewing this incident and will have the final say on whether there will be charges or not. That's the latest from here in Lower Manhattan. Amy Yensi.
They have people brainwashed, man. That's pretty much complete at this point. You know, again, they're convincing people that there's a war on black men and that there's a war on people that are poor. And there's not. As a matter of fact, man, if the guy was white who died, you wouldn't have heard a thing about this. Again, man, that doesn't fit the narrative. They don't care about that kind of stuff. They don't care about that. But again, they're convincing you. They're convincing you that that's the way things are. It's not. It's not the way things are. Again, man, people need to stop and they need to back up and they need to calm down and realize they're being lied to. They are being lied to. People are taking advantage of you. They're using you as pawns. Again, man, they want to use you to take away rights, man. They want to use you to more gun legislation, more whatever, man. Again, they want you too afraid to stand up for yourself and to stand up for others. If something comes down, if something happens, they don't want that. They want to demoralize you to the point that you will not stand up. And that truly is what's scary. Truly is what's scary. But hey guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a